Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about, I've been literally talking about this in like 5 of my videos. I'm like, I have it coming, I have it coming. I'm going to be talking about the M Cosmetics eyeshadow palette in Davinci, right? Yes, in Davinci, and also the Heaven's Glow Radiant Veil Blush in the shade Baroque. So if you wanted to see how these perform and what they look like on, then just keep watching. Hey guys! Alright, so I'm going to be pretty quick and kind of get right into the makeup look. But first I'm just going to show you what these look like. So the first thing I bought was the Baroque Heaven's Glow Radiant Veil Blush. I just wanted to show you the packaging. I already took the eyeshadow out of the packaging, but this is what it looks like. So pretty. It's nice and like clean looking. And that's what it is. And then beautiful beige packaging. It actually reminds me of, sort of, the e.l.f. Like they feel very similar, the e.l.f. Camo powder. But yeah, they just feel very similar. Yeah, so this is the shade Baroque. So I'll put that on first, and then I'll show you what the eyeshadow looks like. Sorry, my camera is shaking. This one, I think I just, like, I change my preferences all the time on what I'm into for blush. So I'm not obsessed with it. It's really pretty. I think I kind of wish I would have gotten like a pinky toned one, but it is like a bronzy kind of peachy shade. It just doesn't really like show up a ton. It shows up, but it's more like nude. So I'll put that on. And it doesn't like necessarily make you look like super shiny or anything, even though it does have that kind of glow to it. It's more just like a glisten, I guess. So that's what it looks like. It is really pretty, but I've just been more into like, I don't know, the Patrick Ta She's Blushing, or the new One Size blush. I've been kind of wearing a mix of She's Blushing and then Very That. So that's what it looks like. So like I said, it is really nice, especially if you're doing like a really crazy, heavy, smoky eye. I feel like it would look really good with that because it's very neutral. But I think I might go in with something else after I finish the eyes. So right now, that's what we're looking like. Baroque. It's me right now. Baroque. From spending all my money on my car. Because our province doesn't know how to fill potholes. Anyway, you can tell I'm really annoyed about that. Yeah, so this is the Divine Skies eyeshadow palette. Like I said, I already got rid of the box, but this is what the packaging looks like. Really cute. It's nice and small. The packaging was pretty big, but... And this is what the shadows are looking like. I probably should have taken a video before I used it, but that's what it looks like. So first I'm gonna go into this shade right here. Oh, sorry, this is actually in the shade Davinci. I know there was Rodin also, which I kind of wish, I don't wish I would have got that one instead because I really like this one, but after seeing it, I was like, oh, I totally have palettes that look like that. But after seeing people use it, I was like, oh, damn, it's actually so nice. So like I said, I'm just going in with that one shade. It's kind of like that mustardy like tone, and I'll swatch them when I'm done also. So I'm just going into the crease with that one, and they are very pigmented, so I did take a fluffier blending brush, because when I take a little bit more of like a dense blending brush, it just like stamps that pigment on your lid pretty hard. The first person I saw using this shadow palette was Abby White Bliss, Abby Bliss White. Abby Bliss White, I'm pretty sure. And when she first put it on, she was like, holy crap, because it deposited so much pigment. Okay, so that's what that one's looking like. This one has like a really nice kind of warm undertone to it. We're going to go in with that second shade, which is that other deeper brown. And I'll go in with a, this is just some random brush. It's from Walmart or something. Going with a different blending brush. And also place that one in the crease, but just a little bit lower. And I'm sorry if all my makeup looks look the same or I have like the same kind of style. I always do eyeliner, and I feel like when I do my eyeliner, I always kind of have the same style of liner where it kind of extends out, and you definitely don't have to do it that way. It's just the way I prefer it. I try to go, like, I'll watch people's videos and I'll try to go without doing liner, but it just doesn't, I feel naked without it. So that was that darker shade. They all just like blend together so beautifully. You hardly have to do any work at all. All right, so that's the second shade. So I'm gonna go in with this shade, which is, I feel like it doesn't look like it, but it is a very unique shade. And it looks almost like it would be taupe when you look at it, but when you actually swatch it, you see there's so many different shades to it. It's like a bronzy, goldish, reddish. It has so many different tones once you actually swatch it. So I just go in with my finger and go right all over the lid with that shade. There we go. So the only shade I don't know if I'm going to use is this one. Maybe I can use it on the inner corner, but we'll see. It's kind of the only one that gets really left out. So you see it has that kind of reddish, warm kind of undertone to it. Then I'm going to use my finger again for that goldy shade. This is like an old kind of antique gold. And I just pop it in the center. The only thing I noticed is this one kind of fades throughout the day. It's not like a sparkly shimmer. Show you up close. But I notice it does fade a tiny bit throughout the day. Like I was wearing it all day yesterday. By the time I got to the gym, I noticed it was like very kind of toned down. But I mean, that was also like 8 hours of wear. So most people generally probably don't wear their makeup longer than that. But you know. Okay, so I'm gonna ooh, there's a lot of fallout with this shade. I'm gonna go in with that shade in the inner corner. Usually I like a matte inner corner, so that's probably why I don't use it so often, but it is really nice and glowy. And what I'm gonna do next is go in with my usual Whiskey eyeliner from Urban Decay. Get a little eyeliner going here. And like I always like to do, I just pull it up. And then I'll just go along the lash line. And then what I usually do is just take a brush, take the darkest shade in the palette, and smudge it out. There we go. That was pretty fast. Okay, so I'm gonna take, where's this brush? My pencil brush here. This is just one of the Makeup by Ariel brushes, and going with that darkest shade, it almost has like a purpley brown kind of tone to it. And I'll just kind of smudge out that liner. I don't know why I've been holding off on this video for so long. I think it's just that so many other new things were coming out. I was just like, oh my god, I can't keep track with all the new releases. It's just crazy. I did get the, this might be shocking to some people because I'm so neutral all the time, but I did get the Blue Velvet, the Dior Quint. So if anybody wants to see me use that, I might do that video next weekend. So I'm just going to go back in with a little bit more precise brush, an angled brush here, and really get down to the lashes. I'm just all about that like very blended kind of liner look. So I just deepen that up a tiny bit with that brush. Anyway, yeah, I've been having so many car issues and so much money. Then we had an issue with our sink, so we had to get a plumber in. Man, getting old sucks. When you're young, you're like, oh my god, I can't wait till I'm older. I want to be like 30. And then you turn 30 and you're like, oh wait, no. It's not that fun. So I'm just curling my lash here, as you can clearly see. And then I'm just going to go in with... wonder if I should use cocoa or if I should use... Yeah, I'm going to go in with cocoa because it's more of like a brownie. Oh, need to sharpen it. Remember I was saying I was having issues sharpening these pencils? I don't know why, but I still do. I have to use a different sharpener than the one that I bought for this. It's like looking all weird. Anyway, this is the Victoria Beckham eyeliner. Just going in my inner waterline here, or inner, there is only one waterline. Upper, I meant to say. Okay, so that's what the look is looking like now. I'm gonna do the lower lash line. I think I'm gonna do a mix of kind of these three shades. Because I like that warmth from that camely tone. But I also want a little bit more depth, so I like using a little bit of a deeper shade. Sorry if you can't see me. My mirror is right beside here. All of these shadows just perform so beautifully. This is the first time I've ever bought anything from M Cosmetics, and I have zero complaints. Everything looks so pretty. My only complaint is that when you're purchasing from Canada, it's expensive. Just for these two, I think it was like at least $100. Once you have conversion and then the shipping. Okay, so that's what the eye is looking like. I'm gonna go do my other eye and do my mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, so there is the finished look. Doesn't look that exciting, but honestly, I do feel like a few of those shades are pretty different to anything that I have in my collection. Maybe not that one. These three I'm sure I have like in the Vive palette or any kind of neutral palette, Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I don't know, there's just something that's so beautiful about this look, this eyeshadow. So I'll go ahead and swatch them for you. I'll go darkest to lightest, starting with this one here, which is Sfumato. And I don't know where to swatch them. Maybe on my arm here. Very creamy to the touch. So it's kind of that taupey, kind of purpley shade. This next one is called Sienna. The third one is, it's kind of like that mustardy color, ochre. The fourth is that Very beautiful, kind of taupey portrait. Taupey, kind of reddy, purpley, and it has a sheen to it. This one here, oops, sorry. You can't really tell, but on the eye you can tell that it has a sheen. And then that antique kind of gold color is called Enigma. Sorry, I'm the worst at swatching. Like, why can't I get it right? And the last one, that kind of shimmery, kind of pinky tone. I need to wipe my hands on something. I have a towel here. Oh, it looks very orange on camera, but it's more pinky toned. So yeah, that is all of them swatched. There, yeah, that's kind of more what it looks like in person. It's very dark here. It's kind of cloudy out today, so sorry if you can't really see them that well. But this is the finished look. I didn't put any highlight or anything on with this blush. What I think I'm going to do right now, it's looking pretty neutral. I like it, but I just want a little bit of that pinky tone. I think I'm going to go in with Very That from the One Size, the new blush, and just this color here, just for like just a little pop on the cheeks. Hope everyone is doing good, keeping healthy. I'm so happy it finally stopped snowing, and it's finally like at least plus 15 here on the regular. Thank God we got past that. This was the longest winter ever that my fiance and I are very heavily contemplating moving to British Columbia. Even though it's insanely expensive, we just can't with these winters. Like it was so bad. And I know that was like a lot of places, but my brother lives there and he was bragging about how warm it was in like March. And we want that. I think it just like overall would be like better for us health-wise. We could go for a hike, we could go by the ocean, be by the mountains. I think we just have a better quality of life. But the only thing is my parents are here and I'm pretty close with them, so that would be very hard for me to leave them. But yeah, keep you posted on if we are going to do that. But on my lips, I don't know if anybody cares, but if you do, I'm just wearing a KKW lip liner, which is, I guess it doesn't matter because it doesn't exist anymore, or maybe it will come back. It's Honey One. And I'm using the lipstick in the shade 530 by Maybelline. It's called Hot Sand. Laura Lee uses this all the time, and I think it's so beautiful. So it does have a tiny bit of peachy undertone to it. So what I do with that one, and it's matte, what I do with that one is use the Dulce de Leche by Covergirl and just add a tiny bit of that in the center to kind of cool it off, just a pinch. But yeah, this is what the final makeup look looks like. I might I add a little highlighter? I think I will. Even though that shade does have kind of like a sheen to it, that blush, I just like to add it like just a tiny bit more on the cheeks here. So I'm going in with the Chanel Reve de Camelia. Is this available still? I don't know. I got mine if anybody's curious. If you live in Canada, I know it was like really hard to get it. I ended up getting it off of a site called Bon Bon Cosmetics, which I had never heard of, and I was like, oh my god, is it fake? Or am I gonna get a real palette? It was good, and I got the brush and everything, so It was legit, and I had heard that they were really bad for taking forever to ship. It wasn't that long, and you can cancel if it hasn't shipped yet, or even if it has shipped actually, you can still cancel. So just knowing that kind of made me feel a little bit better, and I received everything and everything was good. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This is the final look. I'm gonna have that blue velvet look coming up very soon. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have the blue velvet look coming very soon from Dior. That'll be next weekend. So if you wanted to see how I get a wearable blue eyeshadow look, then hopefully you will check that video out. Hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe. Love you so much. Bye.